Yep. I told you something wasn't right. All right, what's going on, guys? It's Jeff. Back here over on some more Modern Warfare 3. At the moment, I'm continuing the weapon mastery grind. I'm over here on the marksman rifles now. I think after the marksman rifles, I have like 2 or 3 more categories after that, and it's pretty simple, especially in hardcore. So, dude, this game feels super weird without the Omni movement. It doesn't feel bad, but it just feels weird. Once you just spend a couple days playing Black Ops 6 with the Omni movement and shit, I got used to being able to like sprint sideways and backwards and stuff. So I was theorizing a couple days ago during my Black Ops 6 review video. I encourage you to go and watch that if you're still on the fence about Black Ops 6. I saw some comments saying like, you know, you listed some of the good and some of the bad, but I'm still not gonna buy the game or whatever. Other people saying, you know, that actually kind of convinced me. Regardless of whatever you decided, it's Call of Duty, man. There's gonna be a Call of Duty the next year. It doesn't really matter. It's Call of Duty. You already know how this whole song and dance goes. And even if we do get a good Call of Duty and it's an amazing year and everybody agrees it's an amazing year, it's all gonna get shit on and thrown away the next year anyway. It's what happens every single time. It's the true Call of Duty cycle. People show the usual Call of Duty cycle where people are hyped about a game saying that it's good and all this shit, and then eventually within a month or two, they're talking a bunch of shit about it. Oh no, the real Call of Duty cycle is the cycle where nothing changes whatsoever no matter what we do. Even if we get a good game, even if they find something that works and everybody loves it, there's still no guarantee that it'll be in the next Call of Duty. So whether we get a good Call of Duty year or not, we're still rolling the dice on the next year. They don't necessarily build on what makes it successful. They just be trying shit, to be honest. That's the true cycle. Everything changes every single time, therefore nothing changes. Anyway, we got confirmation that the Black Ops 6 campaign early access is not happening this year. Now, I'm not entirely sure if that's caused by the fact that, you know, Modern Warfare 3 may have hurt their sales overall in terms of their pre-orders, and they don't want to go and put the campaign out there, and people will actually just cancel their pre-orders altogether. Because there is a statistic out there that shows that the pre-order numbers for MW3 saw a dive after the MW3 campaign early access came out. But again, I feel like that should still depend on maybe you should just make a good campaign. I don't know. As much as I enjoy this game, Modern Warfare 3, the campaign is inexplicably bad. So we got confirmation from Treyarch themselves that there is no early access campaign coming out this time. We have to assume because of what happened with Modern Warfare 3, and yeah, that probably means I won't be uploading the campaign until a little bit later. From what I remember, actually, I didn't do the Cold War campaign at the start either. I think I did a playthrough on the Cold War campaign like a month or 2 after the game's release because I was busy doing the camo grind. So I think that's probably what I'm gonna do this time around. People still enjoyed watching the whole campaign anyway, even though I did it late and it wasn't, you know, right out the gate. But I'm not gonna fall behind on it. I know a lot of people are like, dude, it's just a few hours. You're not gonna fall behind like a crazy amount just because you take, you know, 5 or 6 hours to do the campaign. Now, while that may work for the regular person, it doesn't for me as a content creator. It's not just 5 or 6 hours that I have to do there. It's doing that 5 or 6 hours. Then I have to go through all of that 5 to 6 hours, edit the whole thing together, and then render out like 3, 4, 5 different videos of the whole thing, make the thumbnail, all that shit. And again, understand, I'm not complaining about the fact that I do that. I enjoy the process. I'm just pointing out that it's not just 5 or 6 hours, and I absolutely will fall behind. I also saw that Nadeshot said that he enjoyed Babylon more than Shipment. That's what I'm talking about. No joke, unironically, Babylon is better. It feels equally fast-paced with more design to it. Even though, again, I encourage literally just spawn us inside of a box with 0 cover. I straight up, I don't care. But it is better. So, early access, I'll probably do the campaign like a month or 2 after the fact. I got other shit to do. The PS5 Pro was announced, and people are not having that. They're just like, dude, it's like $700 or some shit like that. I remember seeing some tweet about it that was sitting there coping about how expensive it was. It was saying something along the lines of like, well, adjusted for inflation, technically the PS3 is more expensive. The PS3 had a disc drive. Everything at that point was still mostly physical and not digital. Asking me to buy a console, which I don't even know what the real uplift is between the regular PS5 and the PS5 Pro. The GPU is performing better at this percentage or whatever. But what does that truly translate to in terms of performance for these games? Because again, it's not just about what's under the hood of the system itself, it's how well optimized the games are as well. Me personally, the only thing that would get me to buy a PS5 Pro is if it like somehow performs much better for GTA 6. That's the only thing I can think of that would actually go and make anyone go and buy that system. And I don't even know what it could mean. Like, are they saying like the regular PS5 is only gonna run at 30 FPS for GTA? That seems like shh. And then we'll only have 60 FPS when it comes to GTA 6 on the PS5 Pro. There's no chance of a 120 or whatever. I saw a rumor from Tom Henderson. It's just a rumor, but apparently the PS5 Pro is potentially struggling to hit 60 for GTA 6. Now, I'm sure that they'll be able to adjust it and it probably will run at 60, but if the Pro is struggling to hit 60, or even if it's a question that it'll run 60, I can't imagine that the PS5 by itself, the base one, is gonna run close to 60 at all. It'll probably run 30, which sounds fucking horrible, by the way. Surely they're not making a PS4 version for GTA 6, right? Surely that's not even possible. It's gonna look like Black Ops 3. And the only reason anyone could be buying is for GTA, and that's like, it's crazy too, because it takes a generational game to come out for them to even convince people, even at all, to go and buy that fucking thing at its current price. I'm sorry. Not just $700, it's plus tax, plus buying a disc drive if you want one. We're getting less of a console with who knows how much better performance overall. In practice, not just like, you know, saying, oh, 40-something% better GPU. That doesn't matter if the CPU is the bottleneck. There's a new season coming out for Modern Warfare 3 in like a week or so. They ended up releasing the roadmap yesterday or the day before that, where they have now introduced like 4 or 5 different versions and variants of shipment. I can't say that I'm angry about it, to be honest with you. Make an entire shipment playlist with like 6 different versions of it to keep it fresh? Perfect. Apparently it's rumored as well, even with 4 years of development, that Treyarch needed to use the design and maps from Sledgehammer. They had to use their layouts and then just like, you know, change the overall style and look of it and time period and all that shit and adjust it for Black Ops 6. Sledgehammer is legitimately the best studio out of the entire group. It's crazy. They clean up everyone's messes. It's insane. Sledgehammer carries every time. It's crazy. I replied to it when they made the posts about it. I said, dude, honestly, they should just add like a straight up an endless mode. You know how like with the servers on other games, there's just a complete endless 24/7 mode. There's no score limit and shit. They should just do that same thing, a never-ending game mode. I'm sure that would be terrible for their servers and that would never work out, but that would be fun. And I mean truly endless. No score limit, no time limit. Make a true endless mode. That sounds fun to me, to be honest. Go in there, play until one weapon is dead. It would be so sick too. I would set up a whole bunch of different weapon classes and then just swap off every single time I was done with one of them. It would be great. Some people are like, dude, this is so shipment and everything has done irreparable damage. Look how Black Ops 6 maps, there's no large maps and shit. I know the people that are saying all that shit. I guarantee you they skip all the large maps anyway. When we have map voting, I'm telling you right now, it is pointless to have these super large maps because 9 times out of 10, they're gonna lose the vote. It doesn't mean that they shouldn't exist, but don't act like you got excited whenever you were playing MW2 or some shit and you were like, ooh, derail, ooh, Stonehaven, yippee. The thing about small maps is that they are always salvageable. Larger maps, a whole different ballgame. Yeah, so I'm like 75% done with this whole mastery charm grind thing. I don't think that any of this stuff is transferring over to BO6. I don't even know if our double XP tokens are even transferring over to BO6. Does anyone have any information on that? Any kind of confirmation on if the XP tokens are going to transfer over? Because I have quite a few of them now. There's also going to be a new season starting, so I'm going to get even more of them. At the moment, I got 26 hours of double weapon XP. Then again, double weapon XP kind of loses value now because we're able to start challenges. It loses some value. It doesn't lose all value, I should say. Ultimately, the regular XP tokens are going to be more valuable now if you're going for the Master Prestige and stuff anyway. I'm still unsure if I'm going to be doing the Master Prestige thing overall, mostly because I'm afraid that I'm going to run into a situation where I'm not able to do things in the proper order that I want to do them in because of it resetting my stuff. Say I'm working on a weapon that's level 50, right? And then that level 50 weapon is now unavailable after I prestige. I then use an unlock token to then permanently unlock that level 50 weapon, right? After I unlock that permanent level 50 weapon, I go and I do the camo challenges. I'm still level 1 starting out, but I'm using a level 50 weapon. Say by the time that I finish doing all the camo challenges, I'm level 20 something. I still don't have another XP token to then do a weapon that's at level 52. You see what I'm saying? Really know what I'm gonna do with the whole master prestiging thing. If it gets in the way of my camo grind, I won't be able to do it. Maybe I can try to structure it in a different way than the way that I typically do it. But yeah, I don't know if I should prestige during the grind. Then again, that is a lot of wasted XP just sitting there at max level. It really is. Maybe there's a way that I could do this where by the time I get to a prestige, I'll try to like maybe start a different category of weapons, a different weapon class or something that's a lower level, possibly. But I'm thinking about the situations where I don't have access to them. Whatever. It's my issue to worry about when it comes out. Let me know what you guys think about the Black Ops 6 stuff. Are you still gonna play the campaign? Are you less likely or more likely to play it now that it's all coming out at the same time? Also, sorry for no cam. My hair's a mess and I didn't have time. Sorry.